Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
A Supreme showdown while Americans pay their respects to the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Leaders in D.C. are bracing for an epic fight to replace her. Today, President Trump even suggesting, as Michiganders, it is on a short list. We are learning next. And bracing for Beta. This is a tropical storm with an eye on the Gulf Coast, and it is taking a beating right now. More than 10 million people are under tropical storm warnings because of Beta. Water already beginning to rise in parts of Texas. Meteorologist Brandon Rue is tracking that storm's trajectory. But first, searching for answers. A tragic car crash takes the lives of 2 Oak Park High School students, and now the Southfield police chief is talking about that deadly accident. And that does top our news this noon. Thank you so much for joining us. We know the crash involved 6 students and happened on Friday night on Telegraph near 10 Mile in Southfield. We do want to get to Priya Mann joining us now live with a look at what the chief is saying about this tragedy. Priya?
Well, Rhonda, these were all Oak Park High School students. 2 of those teens died. 1 remains in critical condition. The other 3 are in stable condition this morning. And we're learning troubling information about what led up to this crash. Witnesses told police that vehicle was speeding. Police say topping speeds of 100 miles per hour. That vehicle was also seen weaving in and out of traffic as that driver was northbound on Telegraph approaching 10 Mile. Now, what police are saying is the driver lost control, hit a curb, went down a valley, then went airborne and struck several trees. It also rolled over several times. Now, there were 6 people inside that vehicle. 4 of those teens were ejected. 2 remained in the vehicle. Now, first responders arrived on the scene within minutes. Before they arrived, there were actually some folks who heard the crash, and they were helping to try and rescue those teens who were trapped under the tree. Now, a search warrant has been obtained for the driver's blood, but preliminary, police do not believe alcohol or drugs were a factor. All the victims in this case are between 16 and 17 years old, Oak Park High School students. And of course, this morning, the police chief saying his heart goes out to these families.
And what I'm hearing is all good things about all of them, that they were a good group of kids. My heart and prayers are truly with the families, these students, impacts on the school.
And the Oak Park School District will have grief counselors on hand. There will also be Oak Park police officers there to help this community heal. In fact, the Oak Park police chief joined the Southfield police chief this afternoon to talk to us about what happened. Now, as for charges, the investigation is ongoing, but the police chief here says he will present the evidence to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office and that driver could be charged. He also said that it could take several months for that to happen. Reporting live from Southfield, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, thank you. We are following a developing story from Detroit's west side this noon where 2 men were shot and one of them died this morning. The victim who survived the shooting on 30th Street near Buchanan says that 2 men entered the house while the victims were sleeping and shot them. One of the victims died. Police are working to learn if the victim knew the attackers and who got away. Detroit police are searching for the man who shot and killed another man in northeast Detroit early this morning. Investigators say that 2 men were arguing on Lappin Street near 7 Mile in Kelly when one of them shot the other and ran off. The victim, who was 31 years old, died from his wounds. The man who shot him is still at large. Murder charges have been dropped against a man accused in a deadly assault in a St. Clair Shores bar last year. Hatum Akwawa, this is of Frazier, and he had been charged with second-degree murder after punching Sean Kubik, who had argued with Akwawa's friend and Capone's Sports Tavern last December. Now, Kubik later died after falling to the floor, and although the murder charge was dropped today, Akwawa is still facing charges of manslaughter. And we want to get to breaking news this noon from Washington, where a political fight is now becoming a federal legal issue as Attorney General William Barr is threatening 3 major American cities. USA Today is reporting that the Justice Department is designating New York City, Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington as what it calls anarchist jurisdictions for failing to rein in protest demonstrations. The designation could mean federal funding could be cut to these cities. Attorney General Barr said that tax dollars cannot be wasted when safety of citizens hangs in the balance. The mayors of those cities, all of whom are Democrats, have not yet responded to the Attorney General's announcement. The body of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will lie in repose on Wednesday and Thursday at the Supreme Court. She will then lie in state inside of the National Sanctuary Hall in the Capitol on Friday. And as Americans pause to mourn the loss of the Supreme Court justice, an epic battle is brewing at the Capitol. President Trump says that he expects to name his Supreme Court pick on Friday or Saturday, even suggesting that someone from Michigan is on his short list. According to a Detroit News report, that person is Michigan federal appeals judge Joan Larson. Meanwhile, Democrats say that the process should wait until after the 2020 election. As mourners hold nationwide vigils for Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Republicans plan for her successor.
Now, it says the president is supposed to fill the seat, right? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to fill the seat.
And that could lead to a supreme fight.
She said, "My most fervent wish is that I will not be replaced until a new president is installed."
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is pressing for a vote, but can likely only lose 3 GOP senators for the nomination to pass. And there's an elephant in McConnell's room.
But he created a new rule, the McConnell rule. Absolutely no hearing, no vote for a nominee in an election year, period. No caveats.
More than 4 years ago, McConnell led Republicans who refused to have a hearing or vote on then-President Barack Obama's Supreme Court nominee, Merrick Garland, 9 months before that election, saying,
"This appointment should be made by the next president."
But the White House says this is a matter of apples and oranges.
I reject the notion there's hypocrisy. As I said, the historical precedent is when your party's in power and the president nominates consistently, going back to George Washington, the party has continued to confirm those nominees.
So far, 2 Republican senators, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine, say that they oppose a vote on a Supreme Court nominee before the election. The other big story that we're following this noon is the Gulf Coast bracing for yet another big storm. This is Beta, and you are looking at video from Seabrook, Texas. This was from Sunday. Residents were already seeing the force of a tropical storm on Sunday as water began to rise. Our meteorologist Brandon Rue joins us now this noon with a look at our forecast here and also tracking this tropical storm that's beating an area that's already beaten down.
It has and does get this way every other year or so. A couple of storms just don't want to move. And again, we're talking about rain perhaps measured by the foot, not by the inch. So it is going to be one of those sit and spin storms out over the Gulf, covering hundreds of miles of coastline from Corpus Christi and Houston, Texas, all the way across to New Orleans. So a pretty big widespread storm here. And again, it is in Park. So this is 2-3 days of pounding rain still to come. 50 to 65 mile-an-hour winds trying to sneak inland as well. But again, this is more about the water than the wind. You see, later tonight might make landfall there south of Houston. But watch as we head into Tuesday. It just rides the coastline. And then into Wednesday, it is still outside of New Orleans and not wanting to move until maybe Thursday or Friday. Oof. Our weather pattern also locked in place. We have middle upper 60s in most locations right now. Winds are out of the southeast on the lighter side, but it could feel a little cooler on the east side. We're looking at highs around 70 today, Rhonda. Tomorrow is fall and temps are not falling. We've got more coming up.
I appreciate that, Brandon. Love the sunshine and the warmer temperatures. Thank you. Well, here is a look at your coronavirus headlines. The University of Michigan has eliminated spring break and a revised spring semester. Changes to the calendar have been made to reduce the amount of travel students experience during the coronavirus pandemic. Meanwhile, the CDC has updated its guidance to reflect that the coronavirus can be spread through the air. And just a reminder, Michigan is now only publishing coronavirus numbers 6 days a week. So you will be seeing Monday through Saturday numbers on a daily basis. And then on Sunday, the positive COVID tests will be released today on Monday and then added to that total. On the national front, the United States has surpassed 6,816,000 confirmed cases. More than 199,000 people have died from the virus. And these are numbers from the Johns Hopkins University database. So to come, the coronavirus death toll in the United States continues to climb, and there are new fears, I should say, of a resurgence highlighted by a potential super spreader event that took place in Missouri. We'll take a closer look at that when we come right back.